Welcome everyone to Vested Interest. This is Shane, and before we get into the video, I'd like to take a moment to thank everyone who's taken the time to watch, comment, and like the videos, and a special thank you to those who subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate it. If you have not taken the time to do so, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join us on this journey to financial freedom. Join the Vested Interest community, trying to build a community of like-minded dividend growth investors so that we can share our experiences, share the stocks in our portfolio, how they're doing, what stocks we're avoiding, what stocks we may be watching or looking to add to our portfolio, just everything around the dividend growth investing community. If you're into that kind of content, go ahead, like I said, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you're notified whenever we put out any new content. In my opinion, it's not rocket science. The best way to do anything, keep it as simple as possible. So for me, it really boils down to consistently investing, buying dividend growth stocks, DCAing, dollar cost averaging, and in growth stocks into companies with positive cash flow that covers the dividend with a high return on their invested capital. I utilize both a dollar cost average approach, consistently investing into the stocks within the portfolio on a bi-weekly basis, every 2 weeks at a minimum. Really, it's every week. And I also do large purchases as well if I get a bonus or do a side job, something along that. I cover all my investments. You'll see that video tomorrow morning on Sunday mornings. I put out that investment video. It covers everything that I do in the week, whether I've sold a stock, whether I bought a stock, dividends paid out for the week. All that is on Sunday mornings. So again, if you're into that kind of content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. In this particular video, we are going to cover the dividends received for April, as well as any options play we did for the month. That is something that we've been doing the last couple months in the portfolio. We have started buying covered call or selling covered calls and selling put options as well. So let's jump into this video and see what dividends were paid by what companies and any options we might have done for the week, for the month, or the total for options anyway. So again, for April, the total was $412.28 paid out in dividends total. Started out on Wednesday, April 5th. HPQ, which is Hewlett Packard, paid us $39.57, and HPQ is out of the information technology sector. Owens Corning, ticker OC, paid out $16.66, and they are out of the industrial sector. SB Double, Sabini Stillwater, is out of the material sector. They paid out $66.21 on April 10th. On April 13th, ticker MPW, this is a REIT out of the real estate sector. Here, Medical Properties Trust here, they paid out $127.76 on the 13th. On the 14th of April, that's actually my brother's birthday, Leggett & Platt, ticker LEG, paid out $76.85, and you're going to find out tomorrow that I actually sold out of this position and added a new one to the portfolio. So again, come back for that video tomorrow morning, and I will explain to you what that was all about. And also on the 14th, Realty Income, ticker O, is a REIT out of the real estate sector. They paid out $27.26, and Leggett & Platt is out of the consumer discretionary sector, if I didn't mention that. Last for the month was Cisco Systems, ticker CSCO, also out of the information technology sector. They paid out $57.97. Again, all total dividends received for the month of April, $412.28. Very nice. This, more than covers my electric bill and maybe part of another bill here. So very nice to start see some of my, if I was to turn off the drip, which is still on, I would be able to start paying some of my bills from the dividends paid out from the portfolio. So very nice to see the dividend growth over time. Now here I'll show you my breakdown for the year, right? January we were paid $262.44, and that is the same month that just paid out in April, so you can clearly see that dividend growth over time. February paid out $459.43. That will pay out again in May, right? So we'll get to see that growth next month. And March we were paid out $632.44, and we will get to see that again in June. So we'll clearly see this growth over the year. All total this year so far, I've received $1,766.59. Very, very nice to see this dividend income starting to roll in. The passive income provided by the portfolio in the form of dividends is really starting to grow at this time. So very nice to see. And like I mentioned, we added options back here in March. So in March, we did $112 or received $112.35 in premium from the options contracts we wrote. In April, it was only $57.35, not as much activity there, but all total so far for the year, $169.70. So that is additional passive income provided. Well, it's not really passive because I'm writing options again, but additional income provided by the portfolio in the form of options in the covered calls as well as cash secured puts, right? And I did put out a short video on those if you want to check out the channel for what exactly a cash secured put or a covered call is. Basically, a covered call is you own 100 shares. You're willing to sell those shares with a strike price. So you set the price that you want to sell them at and the date by which you want to sell them. If it hits the strike price or above, then you sell them. If it is below that, you would just keep the premium and go on. So on these ones particular for calls anyway, I'm trying to set the call price out far enough advance where I receive the premium, but I also keep the shares, or it is a position that is up enough, 10, 15% where I'm comfortable selling it and then maybe trying to buy back into it with a cash secured put. And that's what I'll do. If I do sell the position, I'll take the cash and I will roll it into a cash secured put and say I want to buy it back at a lower price and receive a premium for that as well. But I do explain that all in another video, so go ahead and check that out if you have not done so. But this is another way to generate premium or cash flow from the portfolio as long as you have the cash to put up against the cash secured put, or you have 100 shares or more and it allows options against those shares. Some shares do not do options every week. A lot of the positions in my portfolio do. And just a hint or just maybe revealing a little bit of information a little earlier, Leggett and Platt was one that did not provide options every week. So that was part of the decision-making process about getting out of that position. Now, next up, this is a chart where I just chart from month to month. Sometimes it's nicer to see these charts than it is to just look at the raw numbers. But I've got it going back all the way to 2021 when I started the portfolio, right? You can see that in this light blue here. Nothing in dividends in January, nothing in February, started receiving dividends in March, and then you can clearly see those dividends grow month over month and then even year over year, right? So this is January for all 3 years. You can clearly see that is continuing to grow. February, same thing. March, same thing. April, same thing. And I'm sure we will see a continued trend in May and throughout the rest of the year, but this gives it a little bit better representation visually to be able to see that dividend growth over time, that dividend snowball, right? Snowball is rolling down the hill, and as it rolls down the hill, these dividends get larger and larger, and the hill is time. Well, that is it for the dividends and options received in my portfolio this week. Go ahead and drop a comment down below. Let me know if are you into options? Do you do any covered calls? Do you do any put options? Let me know how that's going for you, or if you avoid those altogether, and what dividends paid you out for the month. What companies paid you dividends in April? Love to hear from you. As always, appreciate you stopping by. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to show me some love. Hit that thumbs up, ring the notification bell. Most importantly, subscribe to the channel. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think of the video. I do personally read and respond to the comments. I'm always interested to read your questions, opinions, or suggestions for future topics. So go ahead and go drop them all down below. And this is Shane signing off, wishing peace and prosperity to you and yours. And remember, financial security comes to those who take a vested interest. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a great weekend, and we'll see you tomorrow. Sunday is the portfolio update, so don't miss that one. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing in this presentation should be considered financial advice. I'm always sharing my opinion and investing journey for educational and entertainment purposes. Investing involves risk and money. Should never invest any amount not comfortable losing. Always do your own research and invest based on your situation, circumstances, and select criteria, or seek the advice counsel of a certified financial advisor.